Hey, everybody out there in the virtual ether. I'm Meagan Marshall. I'm the director of the Hugh C. Hyde Living Writers series, and I'm here with my fabulous colleague and co-host, Markel Tumlin. Good to see you, Markel.
See you, Megan. Good to see everybody out there in computer land.
Yes. Well, we are very excited to tell you about the new season of Living Writers. But before we jump into that, Markel, give me a highlight from your summer.
Well, a highlight for me was, of course, visiting my grandchildren in England, which is usually a highlight every year, as it was last year. But this year was extra special because while I was there, I got to see Bruce Springsteen twice at the soccer stadium, and at the second show, he was joined by Paul McCartney on stage. So that was kind of like a dream come true.
That is bucket list moment.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah. What
What
about you? What was your
oh,
highlight?
well, I mean, I guess, surprising to no one who knows me, it was going to see Nine Inch Nails. But we saw them in Seattle, never been to Seattle. So it was a beautiful city, great food, really cool people, lots of things to see, a lot of rich, music history. But the Nine Inch Nails concert was
Oh yeah.
fantastic.
Oh, I did want to point out I am wearing a hat that I bought when I was in Liverpool this year.
Yeah.
And my daughter works there, so that's extra special for me. So
Ah,
yeah.
okay. All right. Well, I guess, San Diego State can allow that just because your daughter works there.
Hey, I have a question for you too. How many times have you seen Nine Inch Nails now?
Oh my gosh. Eight, nine,
Oh, wow. Okay. You're a
maybe.
fan. You're
I
a
mean,
big
just a
time fan.
little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're going to see them again in LA this weekend. So that'll
Oh,
be
very
whatever.
nice.
And
Very nice.
how many times have you seen McCartney just appear,
I've seen him just appear. I've only seen him just appear that one time, but I've seen him in concert 17 times.
Wow,
And
wow.
I registered this morning for a show that he's giving in Santa Barbara a week from Friday. So if whether I'll see him again depends on whether I get selected, whether I'm one of the elite few, because he's playing a place there it's about the size of the open air theater,
Wow.
and
Oh,
so
that's okay.
it's gonna be a very in demand ticket. Yes.
Okay.
So
Well,
wish me luck.
yes, everyone wish Marco luck.
Yeah, I'll be finding out over the weekend if I made the cut or not. So yeah.
All right. Well, as I mentioned, we are excited to get into our fall season of Living Writers, and our first event actually starts next week. So next Wednesday is our first
Yeah.
event. And I want to point out that all of our events this semester are in person. So room 430 in Love Library. Yeah, we're back to pre-COVID status.
Yes.
But not to worry if you are someone who is unable to join us in person. Whenever I'm able, I always record the events and post them on the YouTube channel. So please check them out there. Subscribe, leave us a comment. We love to see them. So next Wednesday, September 24th, 7 p.m. in room 430, we have award-winning poet and recent laureate Mag Gabbert, who's going to be sharing from her first feature length or full length collection of poetry, Sex, Depression, Animals.
Great title. Great title.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely gives you a sense of what you can expect from the poems in the book, very much focused on those three obsessions.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, I saw she's from Dallas, Texas, and poet laureate of Dallas, which is kind of interesting. We love our poet laureates.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And she was recently awarded a poet laureate fellowship from the Academy of American Poets, which is a very prestigious
Oh,
honor.
very nice. I actually bought a book over the weekend at the book catapult. It was a signed edition of the new poetry collection by our national poet laureate. Uh,
Wonderful.
yeah, so I was very excited to find that.
Well, there's a little sneak peek for y'all for the spring. We are bringing her for a Living Writers event. So,
Ooh, lovely, lovely. Oh,
yeah,
man,
so
that's
that's
very
good.
exciting.
We love to support our poet laureates, especially our local ones.
Yeah, and she's got a connection to Kentucky where I went to grad school. So.
Amazing.
So I'm, really excited. I'm very excited to hear that. That's the first I've heard of it. That's very wonderful news.
I know. Yes, yes. So everyone keep an eye out. But back to this season, this semester of Living Writers. The next event, so it's actually about a month or so later, is happening on Wednesday, October 29th, again, 7 p.m. We have award-winning author Aaron John Curtis, who's going to be reading from his debut novel, Old School Indian, which has a
Oh
beautiful
yeah.
cover.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I had a copy of that that just came in and it got put away, but I wanted to, yeah, there we go. Get my
Uh,
copy too.
yes.
Yeah, I love that cover, by the way. I think that's a really cool cover.
It really is a gorgeous
Yeah.
cover. And I actually came across his work. There was a snippet from the novel on LitHub, and then he was named as one of the top sort of breakout fiction authors of this year from Poets and
Mhm.
Writers magazine. So it just seemed like a great fit. I mean, the novel is really interesting too. It's kind of told from this comical narrator, like a third person narrator, and then there's also poetry as part of the novel. So it's definitely an interesting structure and a really powerful story.
And I would encourage everybody that sees this to go look at his website because his website is super cool because it's divided into two parts. Who was he and who is he?
Mhm.
So, it's kind of interesting to see him writing about himself in the past tense and in the present tense. So I've never seen anyone do quite that same thing before, but it's a really interesting website if you get a chance to look at it.
Yeah, he seems like an interesting guy, and worked as a bookseller for a long time. He lives in Miami, and so a lot of this is actually it's kind of auto fiction. It's taken from his own life and his own
Yeah.
experiences, though fictionalized, of
And
course.
he called himself the quartermaster at the
Yeah.
bookstore, which I thought was kind of fun.
All right. So next up, we have an event on Wednesday, November 5th. And this is also, of course, Love Library, room 430, with award-winning children's and middle grade author Maria Dolores Aguila. And shout out to Dr. LaShawn Daly and the SDSU's National Center for the Study of Children's Literature, who's a sponsor of this event. So we're very much excited for that. I would show you the book, but I'm waiting on my copy. It just came out. Her new novel, A Sea of Lemon Trees, the Corrido of Roberto Alvarez.
Yeah, some people out there might remember her from her One Book, One San Diego selection a couple of years ago for the children's book Barrio Rising,
Mhm.
which was very well received and very popular during the One Book event. And also, I'm really excited about the fact that her new book is about the Lemon Grove incident, which is kind of a forgotten but very important part of both local history and national history.
Mhm. Yeah, we're the first successful desegregation case. I think it was from 1930. And so those of you who are San Diego natives, or those of you who are not, Lemon Grove is a community here in San Diego. So this is some local historical, really important background for the novel.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Okay, so then next up, Wednesday, November 12th, we have award-winning poet, editor, and critic Elaine Sexton, who's going to be sharing from this book. So site-specific, which is new poems and selections from her past four collections of poetry. So it's going to be interesting kind of to see like just the difference between, we have Mag Gabbert, who we're starting out of the semester with her first debut full-length collection of poetry. And now we have Elaine Sexton, who this is, her fifth, essentially. So seeing, the difference between new and upcoming poet and established poet.
Yeah, I love the cover of her book too because it kind of emphasizes her background also in art because she has, she is multi-talented. And I love the fact that it's called site specific too, because that makes you think about art as well.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, she was the former senior editor of Art News, visual arts editor for Tupelo Quarterly, and that sort of aesthetic, or inspiration from art really speaks in her work. A lot of it is ekphrastic, and so it's interesting to kind of see those influences. And she also describes herself as a maker. If you check out her website, there's this. She
Mhm.
makes these gorgeous little chapbooks, and she
Oh
finds them
yeah,
as sort of a way in which she can get new ideas and stay inspired. So I met her at AWP in March, and
oh
so yeah,
okay,
she's really wonderful. Looking forward to bringing her back out. She's on the East Coast, so coming all the way out to the West Coast.
excellent.
Okay, next up we have on Wednesday, November 19th. This is the Lori Akuma Memorial Reading featuring award-winning author Molly Algian, who's going to be sharing from her collection of short stories. Just
Yeah, and
called,
I've got a copy of that one too.
yes, The Sea Gives Up the Dead, which won the 2023 Grace Paley Prize in Short Fiction.
Very nice. This should be a really good one. Well, they're all going to be really good, of course. I don't mean to emphasize one over the other, but I'm really interested in this one because she seems to cross several genres in the fiction that she writes.
Mhm.
And I'm also intrigued by the fact that that she is also a teacher, but she teaches high school students, which is, we get a lot of people that come in here that teach college students, but not so many that teach high school students. It'd be interesting to hear how that informs her writing and her perspective on things.
Yeah, I always have really, really, crazy respect for anyone who can teach K through 12. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
think, especially high school students. So we are happy to celebrate her work, and I'm sure it's going to be cool for her students, to see like, hey, look, this is our teacher, and she's out there on book tour. So yeah, I think it, and like you said, the book is really, really interesting, kind of cross genre,
Yeah.
described as witty, witchy, and darkly brilliant. So I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a nice teaser.
Yeah, it sounds really fun. Very
Yes,
fun too.
yes, yes, it is. Okay, that brings us to our final event of the semester, which is going to be on Wednesday, December 3rd. We're going to be celebrating the launch of Poetry International issue number 29. Now, I know I'm a little bit biased here, but
Mhm.
I think it's going to be a great way to close out the semester. It's a beautiful new issue. We've got poems from Albania, from Greece, from Brazil, from Djibouti, from Portugal. So just really, really beautiful translations here. So we're going to have some folks who are contributors and also some of our editors just talking about the process of putting together the journal. And for those of you who don't know, Poetry International is a journal that we run here at SDSU, and it's been around for over 25 years, dedicated
Yeah,
to publishing works in translation and global poetics.
and I was going to say the only reason I'm not holding my copy up is because it's at home on my coffee table right
Oh.
now. So, but yeah, it is a beautiful, beautiful issue. You all did a wonderful job on it. And yeah, compliments to you and all the other people who worked on it because it is really a beautiful issue.
Thank you. Well, we're excited to celebrate its release, and shout out to all the other folks and our editors, editor in chief, who, really, really spent a lot of time. It's a labor of love, but it makes me happy that it's on your coffee table because that means that
Well,
it's
and I really enjoyed the preview I got to see and hear of it at the San Diego Book Festival a few weeks ago,
thank you.
because you all had a panel there and it was really, really interesting. And just, yeah, it was great to hear from everybody and hear all the different voices that contributed to it. So,
Yeah, well, we love to talk global poetics, and it was a special opportunity to participate in the book fair. So we were grateful for that, and hopefully, maybe it'll drum up some more excitement, and we'll get folks out to our
oh,
campus
yeah.
to check out Poetry International.
Yes.
All right, well, that is all, folks. We really hope to see you at some of these events, but remember, if you're unable to attend, check us out on YouTube, the Hugh C. Hyde Living Writers series. Subscribe, leave us a comment, but we hope to see you.
Yeah. See you soon. Take care.